Hello everyone. This video is for anyone who wants to channel the masculine energy, anyone that identifies with being male sexually and maybe gets confused about what that means when it comes to releasing or being with emotions. So when I have male clients or people that identify with being male in my therapy room, they tend to suppress their emotions more than people that identify as being female or are female. And I was wondering why this is. And one of my clients said to me, "Oh, well, women, they give birth. So they're used to being in a lot of pain and they associate being in a lot of physical pain or pain as a good thing because you get a baby at the end of it. Whereas men, they associate pain as something bad. So whenever you feel pain, it means something bad is happening and you need to act immediately to stop that pain. Whereas women, they just through millennia of women giving birth and having to deal with that pain and also knowing that there's a child at the end of it, that not all pain leads to something negative or is dangerous, might do something to the psychology so women can relax into suffering more and let it come out and not get stuck in their body. Whereas men, if they bang something or if they have an emotional pain, their first reaction might be stop it, push it away, fix it. There's this male energy which is I must fix it, I must stop this, I must protect and fix. And it's a very active energy. I must push back, I must prevent, I must stop, I must protect. And there isn't the softening because sometimes there's going to be situations where you can't do anything. You have to accept that this emotion needs to be released for your health to be okay, your sanity to be okay. And so if you're always pushing it down or you're embarrassed about your emotions, and sometimes men get embarrassed about their emotions, they freeze in front of me. They're almost sometimes don't want to admit that they're sensitive or they've been hurt. And this male suffering, this masculine suffering, is coming to the surface to be released. And if you push it down, then it leads to complications, mental health complications. Suicide rates go up in men. And they don't know how to deal with their emotions sometimes. Not all men, a lot of men can and do very well deal with their emotions and have the ability to be gentle and kind with themselves and allow their emotions to be as big as they want to be, knowing that they will subside in their own time and they'll feel better once it's out. It's always better out than in. And so it's really important for us to hold space for one another, for us to allow any emotions to exit without shaming the other person, without being scared of the emotion. There's nothing to be scared of. This is just stress exiting, and stress exits in the form of emotions. Sometimes it exits in the form of streams of thoughts. Sometimes it exits through nightmares. Sometimes it exits through anxiety. Sometimes the universe is communicating to us our blind spots or things that we need to put our attention on so that we can know ourselves deeper, so that we can remove any of the residue of our past in a non-judgmental way. So if you have an emotion, if you have the privilege of pausing and allowing that to just be the way it is. I sometimes get clients to give their emotions shapes or colors and to relax and allow them to be as big as they want to be. And we can do it very simply now. whether you're female or male, this still works. You just simply close your eyes. Notice how you're feeling today. Just scan through the body slowly from the top of the head down through the body, neck and shoulders, arms, chest, back, lower back, hips, legs, knees, calves, ankles, feet. Is there any tightness anywhere in the body? Is there any heaviness anywhere in the body? There's a space in the body that's tight or constricted. Just gently put your awareness on that space in the body. Relax. There's an emotion. Invite that emotion to be as big as it wants to be. Knowing it's going to change in its own time. Maybe if you feel inclined, giving it a shape or a color. If any thoughts arise, simply moving the attention back into the body. Noticing how the body feels, allowing the body to feel however it feels. If any thoughts arise, just ignore them, come back to the body. If any thoughts arise, ignore them, come back to the body. If any thoughts arise, ignore them, come back to the body. In your own time, slowly opening the eyes. No matter whether you're masculine, feminine, animal, alien, blue, green, glittering, whatever, underneath your identity, your pure awareness, coming back into the body, observing the body returns you back to your state of pure awareness, and any residue from the past that's trapped anywhere in your body can be released. It doesn't matter what you identify as, male, female. I mean, there's some people that I identify as being lizards. and actually get surgery and become like lizard-like. It's kind of fun to see. This is all on a very superficial level. So if you identify as being male, if you identify as female, that's fine, that's beautiful. But underneath that, you're just pure awareness. And within that pure awareness, these emotions can come up and they're there to be released. They're not there to be hidden. And nothing can be hidden, especially now. The vibe is so high, nothing can be hidden. So, whether you're male or a female or a lizard, you are going to be given the opportunity to release your emotions, and you just can't judge it. Just allow it. It's all coming out, and something good is happening. Always remember that. If you're emotional, something good is happening. Something wants to be released. If you need to go to the bathroom, you don't hold it in and go, oh no, I don't want to go to the bathroom. If you do that, it feels really uncomfortable. And there's something called green sickness that ladies actually used to get in England because they used to wear corsets and they didn't want to let go of any wind. So they just used to hold it in and hold it in because they thought it was inappropriate for females to let go of wind. I've said it in a funny way, let go of wind. Anyway, they got sick. It was called green sickness. And so men get sick if they are not allowed to release emotions, to be emotional. Just because their body is a male body doesn't mean that they're less sensitive. This is a total misunderstanding. Men are sensitive, females are sensitive, animals are sensitive, plants are sensitive. Everything is sensitive. You don't escape being sensitive. You don't escape emotions. So, in order to have a full experience of life, a healthy experience of life, we don't want to repress emotions. Notice a tendency to feel that emotions are inappropriate and want to push them down. Like, I just don't want to be a human. I don't want to have a human experience. I'm a man. I shouldn't have an emotion. Or I shouldn't be feeling this. It was just something small. It shouldn't have upset me. And remember that it's never really about what's happening in the moment. The mind connects dots. And so if you're upset because somebody said something very slight to you and you feel like you shouldn't be upset about it, it might not even be about what's being said. It might be connecting to childhood wounding. It might be connecting to collective trauma. You don't know where you begin and another person ends. If you identify as being male or female, you're not either. You're not a male or a female or a lizard. You are pure awareness and you're interconnected with everything for all time. So, yes, you can choose to be male identifying, female identifying, and you have your biology, but ultimately that's not who you are. And ultimately, regardless of whatever sex you are, and you can't escape the experience of emotions, of sensitivities. And the more we expand in consciousness, the more sensitive we actually become. Our emotions are felt even deeper. We start to feel emotions that other people are feeling. We can have transference. So, for instance, therapists, we have to be quite careful because sometimes after sessions, we might get emotional and we realize this isn't our emotion. This emotion was given to us by our client. They gave it to us because they offload. And if you need to be oceanic as a therapist, because if people come in, they give you their stuff, they give you their pain. They're like, I need help holding this. And if you're not oceanic, that's like dumping a load of tar into the ocean. But if you're oceanic, it's like a drop of ink. It just goes and you can absorb it. And so it's really important to take care of yourself and to meditate so you continue to be oceanic. So when people are in front of you, they can dump whatever they need to dump and it just gets absorbed. You also are sensitive to know that is theirs. They've given it to me. And so we share emotions, we transfer emotions to one another. If we go into certain environments, we're given more different emotions. If we live in a certain place, the collective trauma and emotional body of that place is going to be felt within our nervous system. And so we can't escape as we move through the kingdom emotions. You can't escape. It doesn't matter if you're a Navy SEAL. It doesn't matter if you're the President of the United States. It doesn't matter if you're a yogi in the Himalayas. You're going to be given emotion to process. And it's a gift and it can be transmuted. And it doesn't mean there's something wrong with you. Quite the opposite. It's a privilege to be given this energy field. And it's just an energy field that you can allow to move through yourself. And the more we do that, the less suffering there will be in the world. And the more people push it down for whatever reason, because they're male and they think they shouldn't be feeling it, or that they have an identity of being able to do everything by themselves and I don't need any help and this isn't appropriate, or I don't have time to feel that it just gets pushed down and then other people have to feel more of it. It doesn't go away, it just gets pushed somewhere else. And so it's a social service to feel. So do your social service and have a fully functional, fully feeling physiology and celebrate emotions, celebrate everything that comes up in the moment, and everything will be okay. And there's nothing the matter with you. And so I pray that we all can be fully emotional beings without shaming ourselves for feeling, without shaming other people for feeling. And every feeling arises to be felt fully. And you cannot heal what you are not willing to feel. So every feeling arises to be felt. Feelings arise to be felt. There's nothing the matter with that. And don't say, oh, you're too sensitive to people. That's not correct. If you're having a human experience, there might be sensitivities. There's going to be sensitivities. Feelings arise to be felt, and you can't heal what you don't feel. And so if there's any healing that needs to occur in the body, you're going to have emotions and feel them, because we don't want to push them and compartmentalize them, because then they get stuck in the nervous system and they can cause sickness and death. And we don't want that. We don't want sickness, illness, and death because we're repressing our emotions. Take care of yourself, no matter whether you're male, female, or a lizard. Jay Gurda.